Hey guys, so today we're going to check out one of the cheapest AI video generation platforms out there. So we're going to be looking at Cinema Studio by Higgsfield. So yeah, before we jump into the video, let's check out a demo of what this can create. So today we're going to be looking at Higgsfield, specifically Cinema Studio. So with this new tool that they've just released, basically it's for creating super realistic cinematic shots. Basically everything it creates looks like it came out of an actual movie or a trailer. Now with this, you basically have everything you need right here in Cinema Studio. So we have our image creator down here and then the video creator down here as well. So with these two modes, you can first generate your image of whatever you want the scene to be, and then generate your video as well. Now, this is not what we've seen with other video generators. So this is not just simply for animating your photo or something like that. This is for creating cinematic shots. So you can do things like picking the specific camera that you want to create your video with, picking the lens that you want to use on that camera, and then also picking stuff like the focal length as well. So with Cinema Studio, basically you want to start by creating your image, which we'll get to in a moment, and then you want to set up your camera for the video generation. So as I mentioned before, they offer you to choose different types of cameras, lenses, and focal lengths, and this will determine what kind of shot you're going to get depending on the combination of the settings you choose here. And then you can bring it to life using slow motion, and it will generate audio as well for you. So yes, this video generator does generate audio as well. And then you select your camera movement. So as I mentioned before, this is not really for animating a still image. This is more for creating a cinematic shot. So you want to specify here what kind of movement do you want the camera to make. So do you want it to pan, tilt, zoom, or whatever style you want your shot to be in. And then you can also do start and end frames. So if you want to, you can have two different images and you can use one of them as the start frame and one of them as the end frame, and then have the AI generate all of the frames in between to give you that shot. And you can also do multiple angles. So as you can see here, this is good for an intense shot where at first in this example here, they're showing a guy looking at his computer and then they zoom into his eyes. So it's a different angle there. And yeah, it creates a really intense feeling in the shot. So yeah, there's a lot of tools we can use here in Cinema Studio, so let's get into it. So to create the image that we'll start with, we need to either paste in a prompt or type something in. I'm just generating a realistic dragon going through a city, and you need to make sure you're in the image tab here. And then over here, you can set the different camera settings, like the type of camera that you want to use, the lens, and the focal length. So we can try a different camera here and a different lens, and then you can change the focal length as well. I'm going to set this to a more narrow one, and then I'm going to hit generate here. But before I do that, we can also change the quality. So we have 1K, 2K, and 4K. And obviously, this is going to change the price of tokens as well, depending on what quality you choose. And then we have batch size as well. So we can generate up to 4 images at a time. And then we just hit the generate button here. And this should just take a minute to generate all of our images. Okay, so the images are ready. I think I'm going to use the top one here. Now, before we use this to start creating a video, there is one more thing we can do here. So they do offer multi-shot as well. And this is what's going to give you the different angles of the same image. So if I click on this button here, it says we'll get 9 different cinematic angles in one generation of the same image that we're looking at right here. So I'm going to click this and let's see what we get. So once it's done upscaling our images, we can take this into the video tab by hovering over one of the images, and you'll see a few different options show up here. So we can use this as the start frame of the video or the end frame of the video. And we can also use this as an image reference, so we can reference this in our prompt to create a different image based on this. But yeah, we're just going to use this as the start frame of our video, so you can see it loaded that in here. And you can put in a prompt here to get the type of video that you want, but we're just going to use the movement controls here, which is the movement of the camera. So there's a few different options we have to choose from here. I'm just going to choose the zoom in because if you look at our starting image here, it's quite zoomed out. And then we can type in our prompt if we want, or just leave that blank and get a cinematic shot of it zooming in. And then we can also select a duration, so we can either get a 5-second clip or a 10-second clip. I'm just going to set it at 10 seconds for this. And we can also select if we want sound or slow motion. So I'm going to leave slow motion off and I'm going to keep sound on, and then the batch size for how many videos we want. I'm going to leave this at 4 just so that we can see a few different outputs of this AI. And then we can just hit generate here, or we can add in an end frame here if that's something we want. But yeah, we're just going to hit generate for now. Okay, so the videos are ready, and in the first one we get it where it's kind of curling around the building, and then it gives us a zoom in of the face here. And yeah, it looks really realistic. On the second one it zooms in a bit more and we get a lot of detail on the face. So that's super realistic right here. And also we can upscale these videos as well. So we can recreate the video, publish, edit, download, or upscale. And if we upscale, it's going to give us a better quality of the exact same video, so higher definition basically. And then with these last two shots here, it kind of zoomed in, but not as much as I'd like. So it does still look realistic and stuff. I just wanted to get a close-up of the dragon here, which this didn't give me. And we can also recreate one of these videos if we don't like the style of it. So for example, in this one right here, I do like how it looks. I just don't like that it hasn't zoomed in enough. So we can recreate this using the same video here. So I'll just hit recreate there. And we can just hit generate. And this will create a new video based on this one that we just provided right here. Okay, so this did give us a pretty good result here, but let's say it's still not what we're looking for. So they do offer an option here to use a start frame and an end frame, which if you remember from before, we did create a zoomed in shot as well here. So I'm going to select this as the end frame. So now we have a start and end frame here, and we can hit generate on this and it will give us all of the frames in between. So basically it will start off with this image, create the entire video, and make sure that that video ends with this frame right here. So this way we have a lot more control over what we're generating. So I'm just going to hit generate here and see what this gives us. So the shot is done, and let's check this out. So this is exactly what we wanted. By using the start and end frame, we can control the video a lot, and look how detailed that is with the close-up of the dragon's face. So yeah, we can also upscale this and then have this ready for whatever we're going to use it for, maybe a social media post or something like that. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure you check out the others I have on the channel. And if you want to see more about Higgsfield or Cinema Studio, make sure you comment that down below. There's a lot of other tools in here as well, but today's video was just about Cinema Studio. Also, make sure you check out the links in the description to try this yourself. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.